Cultural Week, we are learning many things about Rome and also about Leonardo da Vinci. What do you know about them? Well, let's start with the Roman Empire. When did it start? Why was it important? Watch this video and you'll find out.
Who was in Britain before the Romans?
A little civilization called the Celts.
Who were the Romans?
The Romans lived in Rome, a city of the center of the country of Italy. One day, some years before Jesus Christ was born, the Romans came to Britain. Who founded Rome?
According to the Roman legend, Romulus was the founder of Rome. Romulus and his twin brother Remus were the sons of the god Mars. When they were very young, they were abandoned by the banks of the river Tiber and left to fend for themselves. Luckily for them, they were found by a she-wolf who took pity on them, fed them with her milk. The boys were later found by a shepherd who raised them. The boys grew up to be very strong and clever, and they decided to buy a town on the spot where the shepherd had found them. They named their town Rome.
When did the Romans invade Britain for first time?
In August 55 BC, the Roman general Emperor Julius Caesar invaded Britain. He took with him 2 Roman legions after winning several battles against the Celts tribe called Britons. In southeast England, he returned to France. How many times did Julius Caesar try to invade Britain?
Julius Caesar tried to invade Britain 2 times, but he can't do this. Emperor Claudius invaded Britain in 43 AD. What language did the Romans speak?
The Romans spoke Latin. What did the Romans call London?
The Romans called London Londinus. How long did the Romans stay in Britain?
The Romans remained in Britain from 43 AD to 410 AD. That is almost 400 years, 4 centuries.
Why did the Romans leave Britain?
Their homes in Italy were being attacked by fire strife and every soldier was needed. What did the Romans give us?
The Romans gave us language, the calendar, laws and legal system, the census. The Romans also gave us straight roads, central heating, concrete and aqueducts.
But the Romans also found resistance when they tried to conquer Britannia. Have you ever heard about Boudica, the brave queen who fought against the Romans? No? Then let's see her story.
Have you heard of Boudica? She was queen of the Iceni, a tribe of people who lived in eastern England in Britain almost 2,000 years ago. Boudica was tall, with very long red hair, and wore a gold necklace and a beautiful brooch. She was very intelligent and had probably been to warrior school, so she knew how to fight. By AD 43, the Romans had conquered southern England. At first, they allowed Boudica and her husband to continue to rule. But when Boudica's husband died, the Romans took all his land and property. They decided to rule the Iceni, and they treated them very badly. So, in AD 60 or 61, Boudica and the Iceni rebelled against the Romans, together with other tribes who were also treated badly by the Romans. Boudica and her large army defeated one Roman army and destroyed the capital of Roman Britain, Colchester. In Colchester, she destroyed the temple built for Emperor Claudius. They also destroyed 2 more cities. Many people died. Now I am fighting for my freedom. We must win this battle or die. Let the men live as slaves if they want. I will not. Finally, Boudica and her army were defeated. the surviving Iceni people ran away or were turned into slaves. Boudica probably killed herself with poison. Her body has never been found. The rebellion was so shocking to Emperor Nero, the ruler of the Roman Empire, that he wanted to withdraw from Britain. In the end, the Romans occupied Britain for over 350 years more. But they also treated the British people more fairly and introduced lower taxes. Boudica has been an inspiration to other female leaders, such as Elizabeth I and Queen Victoria. Her rebellion was one of the most significant against the Roman Empire. Now, Boudica is remembered as one of Britain's greatest heroines.
What do you know about Leonardo da Vinci? Who was he? Where was he born? Where did he live?
Leonardo da Vinci is one of the most well-known artists today. He was not only an artist though, he was also a scientist and an inventor. His Mona Lisa is probably the most recognized painting ever. Leonardo da Vinci had a very interesting and busy life. Leonardo was born on April 15, 1452 in Vinci, Italy, which is just outside of Florence. He was an illegitimate son of Ser Piero, a 25-year-old notary and Catholic. While Leonardo was growing up, he was able to read many scholarly texts.
The city of Vinci also had a very long painting tradition that he was exposed to. At the age of 15, Leonardo was apprenticed to Andrea del Verrocchio in Florence. He painted many works of art during this period. One of his most popular works during this time was when he painted an angel in Verrocchio's Baptist of Christ. Leonardo's angel was so much better than Verrocchio's work that Verrocchio resolved to never paint again. In 1477, Leonardo left the Verrocchio workshop and got a place of himself. In 1482, Leonardo stayed in Milan for 17 years. During this time, he made many artistic and scientific achievements. Leonardo produced many studies on lots of topics, such as flying machines, nature, geometry, municipal constructions, mechanics, and architecture.
Leonardo was interested in so many different things that he often failed to finish what he started. Many of his paintings are left unfinished. During the 17 years that he worked for Duke, he actually only completed 6 works. 2 of the most famous ones are The Last Supper and The Virgin on the Rocks. Starting in 1490, Leonardo began to write down his studies in illustrated notebooks. His work all falls into the category of 4 different themes: architecture, painting, human anatomy, and the elements of mechanics. Today, these notebooks are valuable. Bill Gates actually paid $30 million for the Codex Leicester. After 1499, the Duke fell from power and Leonardo no longer worked for him. Over the next 16 years, he worked for many different people and traveled through Italy.
In 1503, Leonardo started working on the very popular Mona Lisa. From 1513 to 1516, he worked in Rome. In 1516, he was even offered the title of Premier Painter and Engineer and Architect of the King. Even though Leonardo suffered from paralysis of his right hand, he could still draw and teach.
He also still produced many studies of various topics. Leonardo died on May 2nd, 1519 in France. There is a legend that the king was at his side when he died and cradled his head in his arms. He was a great artist.
Are you ready to show all that you have learned? Let's impress your Finland teacher. Bye!
In circa 43 AD, the Romans came from overseas, and thanks to archaeology, we know a lot about them. Gonna tell you how to